Ooh.
Woo! There you go. Now you popped in. All right. There we are. How are we doing today, Honest?
I'm pretty good.
Pretty
A
good?
little hungry, but I can eat later.
Well, make sure you get a snack.
I do have one around here.
Yeah, at least eat something. You know? Excuse me. Okay, so we're going to start very quickly with. Oh, excuse me. My throat hurts a little. Excuse me. Alright. We're going to start very quickly with the question of the day. What is the most difficult thing you would like to achieve in life?
Most difficult thing. I think I would like to become an executive chef at some point,
Ooh.
which is like a top chef
Mm-hmm.
of a restaurant.
Mm-hmm.
They like do all the menus and all that stuff.
Yeah.
Do not chew on that.
That sounds fun. Would you want to own your own restaurant?
Maybe in the future, but that's like a lot of work. So
Well, yeah, but
maybe just start out in like a partnership, maybe.
yeah. Well, if I ever get big and famous, I will bankroll a restaurant for you.
Aw, that's so sweet.
We'll start up a partnership and make a restaurant. Um, but my personal, what is the most difficult thing I would like to achieve? I would like to achieve like long-lasting positive impact. Right? I know that's vague. I know that's very very saccharine, sweet, sincere. But I do genuinely want to make like I guess a positive impact. I don't have to be remembered. I don't really care about going down in history, but I would like to have a legacy of a positive change that radiates out pretty far, you know? That's what I want to
Yeah,
achieve. In specific,
that's a noble goal.
well, thank you. In specific, there's a lot of things that I would like to try and do that could potentially achieve that, but three.
Sorry, my cat is on my desk.
Oh, it seems to she seems to have frozen your VTube.
Uh-oh. Oh no. You can still hear me, right?
We can hear
Uh-oh.
you, but we
How
can't see
did you
you.
do that?
Can't see you
Um,
reacting.
Hello? Okay.
Huh. Strange.
That is very strange.
It is, but it seems we've got it reworking. All right, we're gonna hop right into game. Let's get over to this. Whee! We're gonna load a new game because that was an accident. We're not D. We're not D's nuts. This game was developed by a core team of 3 people over 4 years. Your support, blah blah blah, the mystery, adventure, multiple endings. Your worth, thoughtful exploration, not brute force. The fate of the city is in your hands.
Hey, you're alive. When I dragged you out of the river, I thought you were never gonna wake up. I checked your pockets for ID, a phone, maybe. I hope you don't mind. But all I found was some loose change. So, wanna tell me who you are?
You can be male or female. I mean, I am the default, so we gotta go default. This is what it starts it out as. Alright, I guess default is white, unless you want to change the skin color. Ah! I started another one trying to see if I can get the video settings right. There we go. That's who we will be.
Well, it's nice to meet you. And I'm sorry to pry, but any idea why you were floating down the river? What's the last thing you remember?
Okay, I was searching for ancient ruins, which as archaeologist, years of studying history give you occasional insights into the ancient world. I was on a covert mission. You have a military-issued firearm, but only 10 bullets. You'll have to use them judiciously, since there's no way to get more. Fugitive, your time on the run from authorities has made you quick on your feet, and you're 25% faster when sprinting. Your recent head trauma has increased your pain threshold, making you 50% harder to take down. Occasional insights into the ancient world. Yeah, it's like knowing more. So know more, have a gun, run faster, or take more hits. Yeah, well, this is a game where we try to dig into stuff. I don't know if there's that much fighting. Okay.
Oh, you're an archaeologist? Then you'll definitely want to hear this. I don't know if it's exactly what you're looking for, but there are some ruins just behind you. Roman, I think. I need you to go in there and see if you can find a guy named Al for me. He went in there a few hours ago, and he hasn't come out. I've been freaking out, wondering if he's trapped or injured or worse. I would have gone in after him, but he made me promise to stay here, no matter what. There's no way I'm leaving without him, so I'm just kind of stuck here, waiting. What I mean is, I was hoping you wouldn't mind going in there to find him? If you can do that, I can get both of you back to civilization in my boat. Please?
Mind if I ask some questions first?
Of course. Sorry, I don't mean to be pushy. What do you want to know?
Which one?
He's the guy who washed up on the riverbank not long before you did. I thought maybe you two knew each other. I guess not. But maybe the two of you can piece together what you're doing here. In any case, you'll like him, I'm sure. Once you find him, that is. What am I, an idiot?
Wow.
You could hike a long, long way in any direction and never find another soul. Trust me.
Okay. Now how did I get here? No, we're done. We're all done. Yep, that's today. Jesus Christ.
Not much, really. But imagine what you might find in there. Priceless ancient artifacts. Al. Oh, there's not much to tell. Feels like I've spent my whole life in a dead-end job with an endless commute. Know what I mean?
You're not even gonna tell me your name?
Oh, I'd rather not say if it's all the same to you. All right, fine. Sorry if I sounded cagey, it's just that I don't always get the best reactions when I introduce myself. My name's Karen.
It is funny.
Yeah, something like that. But right now, I have bigger problems, like finding Al.
Jesus. One-track mind. Find out.
You really don't remember? We're in Italy. This river is the Tiber.
Well, that's all the questions I had.
Great. So you're ready to go look for Al?
Yes, find out the game. Which one?
Thank you. The entrance is just past those columns behind you. Please, hurry. Oh, and he left this here. But I think you'll need it more than I will.
Yeah. Yeah. Yep. Just point it directly in her eyes. Search for clues about Al's whereabouts. Oh, you can zoom in too. Okay. A backpack full of worn hiking clothes and empty food packets. Nothing valuable here, but it seems strange that Al left it behind. Apparently not.
If you're reading this, it means I've discovered the entrance to an ancient Roman city hidden deep underground. Its existence is long forgotten, all knowledge of it lost, except in the Latin inscription here. It reads, "You who wish to enter the city, step forth and be judged. The virtuous shall be rewarded with eternal life in paradise.
Dope.
The wicked shall find themselves showered in gold, but in vain, for this shall be their final resting place."
Oh
Could
boy.
an underground city have remained a secret for all this time? Could people have survived down there, against the odds?
Maybe.
It seems there's only one way to find out. If I'm not back in an hour, I'm somewhere on the other side. Consider this an invitation, or a warning. Al Worth.
Huh. What up? Sploosh. Yeah. Well. No, let me see if the game is playing audio in the actual. Sorry, 1 second. There we go. Okay. Alright, cool. We're good there. Let us resume the game. Ooh, fun music. Can you hear it? Okay, just making sure. Oh, yeah, yeah. Dope. What? I don't know, it's hard to tell. There's one over there, too. Maybe. Oh, both fires are... Hello. Oh, Hello. And you hear, like, metal moving. It sounds like they're moving. Oh, fuck. Look at this. Oh, the heads follow. Yeah. Yeah. A young Roman woman in a pose of lamentation. An ancient Roman mosaic depicting godlike figure turning a man into gold. Uh-oh. For just such occasion, I have, if I may, if you want to look at the stream for a second. Yep, take your time. Let me know when you are watching. Okay. It'll take a second to see it on your end. Any luck? I figured, I knew there were gold statues in this game, so I figured I'd turn myself into a gold statue. Oh no. Archaeologist insight. The many shall suffer for the sins of the one. Yep. You stop that. What did I just say? The many shall suffer for the sins of the one. Roman gladiator. Mid-stride. What could have made a gladiator flee? What could his name? Uh-oh. Okay. It just took a second to load. We may run into that a couple times. It looks like she was begging for her life. I like how you can just kind of tell that. What did it say to do quick save, quick load? I think it gave that tip. Let me check something. Visual styles? Huh. Journal and inventory. Zoom. Objective guide. Okay. Cancel narration. Don't want to do that ever. Crouch. Sprint. Jump. Weapon secondary. Weapon primary. Toggle game console. Next visual style. Visual style. Yep. It didn't say specifics on how to save or not. Well, I can just pause and save if need be. Hello there. A Roman woman who appears to be praying for help that never came. I like how we're just immediately assuming that help didn't come. Maybe, like, what's the story behind these statues, huh? No. A golden statue of an old man wearing modern clothing. This must be Al, but how is it possible?
To whoever reads this, I'm sorry you had to find me like this. And worse, that you'll suffer the same fate I did. I've spent a lifetime in this place, going around and around in circles, searching for a way out. The inscription was right. There is no way back. In here, there are only two options. Death, or that godforsaken doorway into the past.
Whoa.
I made the mistake of stepping through it. I wanted to set things right. And I tried. I really tried. Whatever I did, it took me right back to the beginning. Don't make the same mistake. Better to end it all now and find out what awaits you beyond that portal.
Damn, Al. Two minds are better than one. Yep. Why am I here? That is the question, isn't it? Sorry, go ahead. I already have. So, what do they got against me, huh? So close now. Yep. Why is there just a human skeleton when there are, like, a bunch of statues? Are they not actual? We don't know. I know. I want to explore everything. Chill. God, Damn. F5 and F9. Got it. It's gonna take a second to load. I don't know if this game is super well optimized, especially for doing everything I'm doing on my computer at the moment. It is nice that it gives us music the whole time, though. Shwoom, woom, woom, woom. Main goal completed. Forget me not. A Roman relief depicting a great circular portal and two women. I wonder who they could be. Figure out how to return to your original time. I just got here. That is a fun floor pattern too. Like, I like that. Yep. Hello?
Salve, friend. I'm Galerius. Mind telling me who you are and what you were doing in the Shrine of Proserpina?
Move on. Shrine of Proserpina.
Yeah, you know, agricultural goddess of springtime? You're not from around here, are you? Oh, I see what you did there. Changing the subject like that. Nice try. But I'll ask again. Who are you? And what were you doing in the shrine? What? I'm speaking Latin. You are too, although your accent's a little strange. And you've just done it again. You're a sly one, aren't you? One more time. Who are you, and what were you doing in that shrine? Oh, is that right? Well, just make sure you don't get lost in any other sacred places you're not supposed to be. Can't have you disrespecting the gods by accident, can we now? But listen, most folks seem a bit confused when they get here, but you seem very lost, and in more ways than one. So, let me make this nice and simple for you.
Okay.
Live by our law here, and we'll all get along just fine.
Your laws?
Not laws, law. There's just one, the golden rule, and the punishment for breaking it's, well, it's kind of horrific. But our magistrate insists we take all newcomers to see him, so I guess I'll let him fill you in. So then, you coming?
Meeting. Alright, lead the
Follow
way.
me. When I first arrived, I couldn't believe there were people living down here. But, as you can see, we've got a nice little community now. Only 23 of us at the moment, if you count the 3 who are missing. No idea how, since nobody knows a way out. But it's just big and dark enough to get lost in, if you're not careful.
Aren't you going to introduce me to your handsome new friend, Galerius?
Keep it in your loincloth, Aurelia. I'm taking him to see the magistrate.
That pompous old bore won't be magistrate for much longer. Anyone who helps vote him out today drinks at my bar for free tonight.
Politics. I'd stay clear of it and her, if I were you. She's... it's not my place to say. Down on your right is our farm, where I grow all the food you'll ever want. As long as all you want is leek, cabbage, and wheat. Huh. That one usually gets a chuckle.
The bloodless shadows wander without flesh or bone.
Huh.
Don't mind Livia. She means well. She's just been in a bad place since... Well, you know, I don't know what happened to her.
Damn.
Up here on your right is the chasm. If you've got a weapon, it belongs way down at the bottom. Up on your left is the Forum, where you can visit the market or get yourself patched up in Lucretia's clinic in the Shrine of Apollo. Most of us have almost nothing, just what we had on us when we arrived, and what we've been able to make and scrounge up since. And this central plateau is where the magistrate and the other patricians live, so don't expect a warm welcome.
Damn.
Hilarious. You're meant to be working the farm, not trudging dirt into the villas.
Take it easy, Horatius. I was just taking our new friend here to see the magistrate.
Well, he's asked me to escort the newcomer personally. The farm. Go. Now.
Damn,
You
dude.
better go with him. But just remember, they're not like you and me. Don't let them use you.
What was that? What did you just say?
I said it'll take some getting used to.
Yeah, I'm watching you, farm boy. Greetings, citizen. My name's Horatius. Magistrate Sentius asked me to escort you to him personally. Follow me, please.
Which one?
I expect the magistrate wants to brief you about the Golden Rule. It shouldn't take too long. He's busy preparing for the election later today.
Alright. Alright, lead the way.
Follow me. The only thing you really need to understand right now is the Golden Rule. Let me see if I can explain it this way. When I was serving in the Legion, if there was a mutiny brewing in one cohort, the legate in charge wouldn't waste time finding the bad apples among hundreds. They just divided us into groups of 10, made us draw straws, and whoever drew the short straw had to be executed by the other 9. Didn't matter whether he'd done anything wrong. One of us in 10 would die for the crimes of the collective.
Damn.
We call it decimation. If that seems like rough justice to you, you're in for a rude shock. Because the Golden Rule is exactly 10 times worse. The magistrate can explain the rest. He's up these stairs.
Okay. Damn. Yeah?
We're finally alone.
Oh god.
I assume you already know who I am. May I know your name? A curious name to match a curious accent.
Wow, Reed.
But I digress. I see you have the piercing and astute eyes of a man of great learning. We're always happy to welcome another scholar to our little community. Equitia will be delighted to meet you, I'm sure.
Sure.
Now, you're probably wondering why I summoned you, and I'll get to that. But first, take a look at this wondrous place, would you? A secret city built deep in the mountains, many hundreds of years ago.
Which one?
Indeed.
Indeed.
More importantly, consider the miraculous community we've built here over the last 7 months. 22 complete strangers brought together by the fates, living and working together in our own little paradise. And in all that time, not a single sin has been committed. No fights, no theft, nothing. Have you ever witnessed something so extraordinary as a city without sin? Nor could I until I came here. But the reason for this miracle is as simple as it is terrifying. If even one person commits a sin here, every last one of us will die.
Damn.
You see, the builders of this place, whoever they were, left inscriptions warning, "The many shall suffer for the sins of the one." From what we can gather, breaking the law here will anger the gods and provoke a terrible punishment. Like the curses of Medusa and Midas combined, turning us all to gold. We've come to call it the Golden Rule. It's extraordinary that we've survived as long as we have, and each day I grow more and more afraid that our time in the sun is almost up. And now it seems that day is finally here. All that matters is that somebody in this city is about to break the Golden Rule. Why else would Proserpina send you now? Unless you and I can stop them, our doom is assured.
How do
I
you
know
know?
that's a lot to take in, and you look like you have questions. Please, ask away.
What do you think? Read him?
An intelligent question. There was a good deal of debate about that in our first weeks here. Does it refer to crimes or to some other ill-defined wrong? Of course, everyone agrees on the basics. No theft, no assault, and certainly no murder. But beyond that, it was more difficult to reach a consensus. What about lying, insulting someone, blasphemy, trespass, trying to escape, bribery, infidelity, suicide? As magistrate, I had to exercise leadership, and so I made a decision. We must uphold the laws of the Empire to a standard never before seen. And we must honor the peace of the gods, the sacred accord between the gods and the people of Rome. It is only by offering the gods the proper respect that we may prosper, as Rome has for centuries.
What do you think? So just...
I'm glad you agree. The key things to remember are that we have laws forbidding treason and blasphemy, murder, assault, and rape, as well as theft and arson and so on. I have made my pronouncement on the subject. Unfortunately, there are still those here who resist, whispering blasphemous and treasonous lies in the shadows. I would be keeping a close eye on them if I were you. If I understand Proserpina's ritual correctly, that problem should take care of itself. Let me see if I can explain. If you manage to prevent the sin that breaks the Golden Rule, I won't need to bring you here. I won't create the portal, and you will never have been able to come here. Thus, you'll have created a paradox. If this occurs, you should be flung back to your own time, having changed the past for all of us. Make sense?
Which one? Proserpina.
You see,
Proserpina.
in my
No
search
worries.
for a way to save my people, I learned of an ancient ritual to Proserpina, the goddess of the cycle of life and renewal. It's said to open a doorway in time, so that if the unthinkable happens, one person can pass through it and travel back to the past. And when I saw you arrive in a flash of light from the goddess's shrine, I knew that person was you. You don't belong in our time, do you? "2,000 years? That is unfathomable. Please tell me, in your time, what did you see? What had become of us, of this city?" I have imagined it, our downfall, 1,000 times, but it still breaks my heart to hear the truth of it. Well, I believe you're in the best position to go around asking people questions. You're new here, and it'll seem perfectly normal. As for me, well, it pains me to say my attempts to impose order have not earned me many friends. I fear I may not even remain magistrate after today's election. The people here would only treat my curiosity with suspicion. You shouldn't have that problem, though, unless, of course, you get off on the wrong foot. Do you ever stare at a problem for so long that you can't see it for what it is anymore? What's needed here is a fresh pair of eyes. The less I prejudice the independence of your investigation, the better. What reason could you possibly have to suspect me, of all people? I'm glad you think so. Without trust, without each other, we won't be able to prevent what is about to happen.
You want to be snarky to this man? Come on, tell me what you really think.
Well, all right. There are those who wish to vote me out of office so that they can pursue their own misguided political agenda.
Like me.
Frankly, their selfishness and recklessness risk destabilizing the entire city. I would be looking very carefully at them if I were you.
I'll look in the mirror. You don't want to ask how the ritual worked?
All I can tell you is that it's a ritual sacrifice to Proserpina. I stumbled across instructions. I have to recite a prayer, and of course, as with all rituals, some sacrifice is involved. Usually that means wine or food, or in some cases a live animal. In this case, the sacrifice is rather more costly. The life of the person performing the ritual. I don't suppose you saw any sign of me in the future?
Oh.
I assume that was me. If I'm forced to perform the ritual, it's going to cost me everything. You'll try to make sure I don't need to use it, won't you?
I'll do my best, buddy.
Well, I suppose that's all I can ask for.
That's all goes to the head.
Good. So, are you with me? Can I count on you to figure out who's about to break the golden rule? No, I don't suppose you do. But I'm hoping that even if you're not burdened with a sense of self-sacrifice, you'll at least see the sense in self-preservation.
Good point. I'm in.
Now, I need you to investigate the city, talk to everyone, help them if it'll win their trust. I authorize you to enter private homes and inspect possessions and documents, unless, of course, you're asked to leave. Figure out who the culprit is, and as soon as you have a name, come back and tell me immediately.
Alright, I'm sorry.
And one last thing. If I were you, I'd start my investigation by visiting Lucretia at the Shrine of Apollo in the Forum. I heard wailing from there not long ago. Seems like something's not right.
I'll get right on it. Okay, bye. Okay. We're currently doing the Lucretia quest line. Through the doors.
Keep an eye out for Scintilla, would you?
Okay. Oh, okay. Thank you. Excuse me.
Give me a moment. Sorry I'm such a mess. I just lost a patient and a dear friend. Yulia. She was a good woman. She was poisoned. She came in here frothing at the mouth. Normally I'd treat her with resin of silphium, a rare plant which is perfect for this sort of thing. And I knew Decius had some at his market stall, right around the corner. So I ran over there, but he just looks at me with this evil smile and says, "That'll be 1,000 denarii." There was no way I could afford that, and he knew it. Then that toad shrugs and says, "Supply and demand. I guess you don't value your friend's life that highly." Anywhere else, I'd just pay a thug to steal it from his stall. But there's no way I can do that down here, with the golden rule. So all I could do is come back here and just watch her die. I kept on apologizing. And now I'll never know who poisoned her, or how they managed to do it without breaking the golden rule, or why she cursed that snake's cruel black eyes with her dying breath.
Jesus.
Well, unless you have the power to bring someone back from the dead, there's really just one thing you can do. Get me that silphium resin. I'm going to have another patient in here soon. Could be in the next day or in the next hour. And I will not allow this to happen again. I don't care how you get it, but you have to make it happen. Because if I lose another patient this way, I swear to the gods below, not even the golden rule will stop me from marching up to that genetricum fututo and scratching his eyes out.
That's a fun one. Yeah, how does killing somebody not count as a breaking the golden rule with poison? Like, holy fuck. Yeah, exactly. Well, I mean, it's our golden rule, right? Like, do unto others as they would have do unto you. Maybe he truly believes that if he was desiring to save his friend, somebody else would do that to him. Right? It really is.
Well, come back if you get sick or injured. Day or night, I'll do what I can.
Thank you. Poor Yulia. Stop it. Who's the fucker? He's the fucker. You. Oh, he looks busy, huh?
Hey, Virgil, how much would you want to make me a bow?
For the last time, Decius, I'm not making you a bow.
But why?
You know why.
But how am I going to defend myself against someone else with a weapon?
There are no other weapons in the city. We all went along with the magistrate's weapons ban, so it wouldn't be an issue.
That's why I've got to get in first before someone else beats me to it.
Obtain a bow? That's a quest?
Salve, stranger, and welcome to our idyllic little slice of the Empire. I'm Decius.
Fuck you.
Terrible shame what happened to Yulia, but we just have to carry
Fuck
on,
you.
don't we? I'm afraid not. If you're desperate, I did hear that Aurelia down at the tavern claims to know of a way out, but I'm not sure I trust her. Some people here are a little shady for my liking.
You? Really? I hadn't known it.
Oh yeah, gotta watch out. Old Decius has got your back though.
Sure.
You mean how did I end up here? That is a lengthy tale.
Sure. Well, let's hear it then.
All right. Well, you see, I'm in the business of procuring rare and precious objects liberated from the enemies of Rome.
Uh-huh.
Mostly sculptures, vases, the occasional slave.
Okay.
Catch a magnificent price in Roman high society.
You're an asshole.
Had myself a nice little shop in Rome, just off the Forum. Lots of foot traffic and close to the docks. Good place to be when the fires broke out.
No wonder he didn't
about
think
7 months ago,
letting
half of
someone
Rome
die
caught
was...
on fire. Everyone who couldn't get to an outer gate was running for the river, open to escape by barge. So I gathered my coins and some priceless vases into a cart and had my most loyal slave girl, pretty young thing named Acantha, push it for me. All the way down to the river, I'm elbowing for a stampede of people, turning back now and then to make sure she hasn't legged it with my valuables. But, to my surprise, we make it, and I see this barge loading up, and it's so full it's almost sinking. But the captain's happy to take my coin, so I start boarding, and then he puts his hand on my chest and he says, "No, too heavy. The cart or the girl." So I did what anyone would have done. Of course I chose the cart. I mean, I can always buy a new slave girl if I still have my money.
Jesus Christ.
So I put my hand on the cart, and I guess she realised what was happening because those pretty black eyes of hers go all wide. And in one swift motion, she topples the whole bloody thing into the Tiber. No, I dived in after it, of course. Aren't you paying attention? That was a bloody fortune. Only, I guess I must have hit my head or something, because everything went black. When I came to, I'd washed up on the riverbank, not far from here, with nothing in the world but a single silver coin. Thank you, friend. But it turns out it might have been a stroke of good fortune, because this place is a veritable treasure trove. Look around you. There must be more gold in here than in the treasury of Rome. If I can just figure out how to get it out of here.
Which one?
It's terrible for inflation is what it is. There's so much gold just lying around, it's practically worthless. At least down here. Of course, I have an idea for generating real wealth, but what I need is a bow. Just a simple composite bow. I've scoured this city from top to bottom with no luck. But if you happen to find one, bring it to me and we'll talk.
Which one?
Oh, well, technically yes, but that just means you'll need to be a little discreet.
I guess I'll see what I can do.
Friend.
We're not giving it to this guy.
Malleolus. I mean, Sentius couldn't even keep his daughter safe. What hope does he have of protecting us?
I don't know why we would want him to vote for anyone.
Certainly. Certainly. All I ask is a reasonable price of 1,000 denarii. That's hardly my concern. But if you get a job, work hard and save your coins, you should be able to afford it within, say, 5 years? Oh, it's perfectly legal. Simply a question of supply and demand, I'm afraid. Take it or leave it.
Take it.
Hear what?
Never mind.
You sure you're feeling all right? If you're hearing things, perhaps you should pay a visit to Lucretia's clinic. We don't want another Navia on our hands. She claimed the statues were whispering to her.
I mean, they
Nobody
are.
else could hear it. Then she shut herself in the palace and we never heard from her again. But I digress. Do you want this Silphium or not? Well, if you did that, you'd break the golden rule, and we'd share the same fate as the last lot who lived here. Is that what you want?
Which one you want to do?
Don't you dare.
It's telling me to take it. Do we follow the whispers? Okay, F5. Quick saved. Saving.
The many shall suffer for the sins of the one.
Oh fuck. Oh fuck. Oh god. Oh fuck. Where's Cynthia's going? Oh, right. Oh, fuck. Oh, shit. Yeah, he just straight up. Damn. Time loop. Once we go in the portal. I don't know.
Salve, friend. I'm Galerius. Mind telling me who you are and what you were doing in the Shrine of Proserpina? I don't think so. I've never seen you before in my life.
Your name is Galerius, and you're about to offer to take me to see Cynthia so you can tell me about the Golden Rule.
Oh, I guess how much did I drink last night? Sorry to have bothered you.
No problem, I have to go.
And since you seem to be in a hurry, you should try out this device I made. Worked real hard on it. Just attach the pulley to the rope over the lake and hang on to the handles. If it works, it'll be faster than walking. And if it doesn't work, worst thing that can happen is you'll take a swim in the lake. I haven't quite summoned the courage to test it myself. But don't worry, it's completely safe.
Probably. Damn. Okay, so we're going well, no, we gotta
See
go.
you around.
We gotta go. Dave Lucretia. Or Yulia.
Oh!
Because we stole the stuff and went through the portal.
What are you doing in here? Can't you see this woman is dying? She's been poisoned. She needs the resin of a plant called Silphium, but that Culus cumulatus decius won't give it to me. What? Quick, give it here. Yulia, you need to swallow this. Here, let me help you.
Extend no arms.
Hopefully in a moment she should be able to breathe normally. That was extraordinary. How did you know she needed this exact thing and at this exact moment? Are you some kind of oracle?
You could say that. What do you want me to say? Okay.
But how could you know she needed this exact medicine? And how did you even get it? I guess it doesn't matter. You just saved a person's life, and you should be proud of yourself. She might even be able to thank you herself in a few moments. And maybe she can tell us who poisoned her, and who she meant when she was muttering about that snake's cruel black eyes. In the meantime, I'm happy to help you with whatever it is you need.
Also, we just lied and we didn't break the golden rule, so obviously lying isn't part of it. Probably. Because if somebody... Yeah.
I wish. Some people here need proper medical care, not the half-baked, hanging by a thread excuse for treatment I'm giving them. Just don't get sick or injured here. I'll do my best to treat you, but I'm out of my depth and dangerously short on everything you can imagine. A city without sin might sound good on paper, but whoever dreamt it up didn't think it through. Maybe it was an attempt to create some kind of utopia. But snakes like Decius will always find loopholes to exploit. And what can we do about it? Absolutely nothing. In some ways, we are worse off because we can't take the law into our own hands. I'm Lucretia, and I'm going to be straight with you. I'm not a physician. This is Nevia's clinic. I've just been filling in ever since she disappeared. I'm tired and out of my depth and miserable all the time. But I'd rather take this on myself than let one of you lot mess it up.
Damn.
My husband and I moved to Rome from Caesarea. He embraced the Roman way more than I would have liked and turned into an awful philanderer. I would have divorced him and demanded the return of my dowry, but I knew he would sooner have me killed than give me my right. So I waited for the right time to take what was mine and disappear. And then the fires came. As he prepared to evacuate our villa, I gathered our most precious belongings, coins and gemstones, and the moment his back was turned, I ran. I could barely see for the smoke, and the streets were full of people trampling each other. I ran for the river, like everyone else, and leapt in. The next thing I remember, I was waking up on a riverbank, not far from here.
Everybody seems to have.
It's all right. Say what you will about this place. At least my fornicating husband will never find me.
Damn.
And while there's no shortage of snakes here, at least with the golden rule, they have to try to be discreet about it.
Which one?
Well, she used to run the clinic. She was a midwife, not a physician, but she was the closest thing we had down here. And she was good, too. Until she suddenly lost all interest in us. One day she told me she'd made some profound discovery about the golden statues. This changes everything, she kept saying. But I had no idea what she was talking about. The last time I saw her, the last time any of us saw her, she was muttering to the statues, like she could talk to them. And then she shut herself in the palace, barred the door from the inside, and nobody's seen her since. She's been gone so long now, we figure she's either dead or up to something so strange that she doesn't want anyone else to know about it. But I really wish I could reach her, because that's the only hope I have of solving a troubling problem, a real thorn in the paw situation. One of my patients is suffering from terrible rheumatism. His joints are inflamed and he's in constant pain. I really shouldn't say. He wouldn't like it. And he's a little bit scary. He's become so irritable that the smallest things set him off. And I worry he'll end up losing his temper and lashing out. And you know what that means. I just know Nevia would know how to treat him, assuming she's still alive. But nobody seems to know how to get into the palace.
Which one? Because this will... Okay.
Thanks, I suppose.
Which one? This one?
Oh no. Sorry, I don't mean to worry you, but no, that is definitely not normal. There was one other person who claimed she could hear the statues talking to her. But that was Nevia, and she went a little mad.
We already kind of learned about her.
Anything about what?
Thank you. Can we talk about Yulia?
Sure. What do you want to know? Do you really want to know? I mean, if somebody poisoned her, then surely they would have broken the golden rule, and so maybe it's best we don't discuss it.
Alright, let's talk about something
Gladly.
else. I'll be going now.
That's a shame. Thanks again for saving Yulia's life. Apollo smiles upon you.
Alright, what's our current objective? Figure out the treatment for rheumatism. I can reach Nivea in the palace to try and figure out the rheumatism. Hello.
Oh, it's you. Sorry, I'm still a bit out of it. But thanks for trying to help me, I suppose. Was there something you wanted? Lucretia says I'm supposed to rest. As much as I'm grateful that you tried to help me, it's just not safe for me to talk about it. Please, no more questions.
Damn.
The golden rule. That's the least of my worries. The gods may be cruel, but Malleolus and Claudia are far crueler. Please, just leave me alone. I don't want to talk about it.
Should I press?
Persistent as Nemesis, aren't you? I can tell you, but it's a long saga.
All the time in the
All
world.
right. I'd been here about a week when it dawned on me I'd be trapped here for the rest of my life. I could hardly breathe, and I knew I had to get out somehow. So when my new friend Aurelia offered me a secret way out, I would have done anything. And then I learned her asking price. 1,000 denarii. She was supposed to be my friend. I told her it would take me years to save up that much. So she suggested I take out a loan from Malleolus. And I did. I had to sign an agreement saying I'd work off the debt over 30 years. But I figured I'd be out of here so soon it wouldn't matter. I paid Aurelia, and she gave me her so-called way out. Do you want to know what it was? Hemlock. Drink this, she said, and you'll be out of here in no time. Of course, I demanded my money back, but she refused. She pointed to a sign on her tavern saying, "Let the buyer beware." Then she just looked at me with those cruel black eyes and she laughed. She immediately told Malleolus I'd tried to escape without paying him back. Only, he didn't seem upset or surprised at all. In fact, he just thanked her. And that's when I realized the two of them had planned the whole thing from the beginning.
Damn.
That's what I said to the magistrate. I went to Sentius and begged for help, but he said the law was clear. I'd signed over my labor for 30 years and there was nothing he could do. I thought about resisting too. But Malleolus said if I didn't submit, I'd break the golden rule. And I couldn't be responsible for all those deaths, so he locked me in his villa. Confiscated everything I owned as collateral, and made me wear immodest, humiliating outfits while I worked day in, day out.
Jesus fuck.
His wife Claudia was just as bad. She set me to work on an endless stream of futile, demeaning tasks. I'd be on my hands and knees, scrubbing the floor clean for hours, only for her to pour slop on it and hiss, "You missed a spot." Those two took everything from me. But they forgot to confiscate one thing. My hemlock. I just wanted it to be over. But it seems I messed that up too. Should have drunk all of it. I brought it on myself. I trusted one of the most callous human beings I've ever met, and tried to swindle the other. I don't know how I could have been
I
so
don't think that's stupid necessarily.
When I've recovered, I expect their thug Domitius will come for me. He'll escort me back to their villa, and I'll be right back where I started. Only this time, I won't be able to lull myself to sleep at night with the thought of a permanent solution. Honestly, it would have been better if the poison had been allowed to run its course. I doubt it. It seems this is the fate the gods have chosen for me, for trying to escape. At least until someone breaks the golden rule. Huh. Maybe it wouldn't be so bad.
Ooh.
A lot. But it doesn't matter. I made a suicide pact with Ulpius last night. He's in exactly the same position as I am. Malleolus and Aurelius set the same trap for him a month after they did it to me. He and I are in this together. He's probably already thrown himself from the bluff into Malleolus's villa by now. If so, I'd never be able to live with myself, knowing I broke my promise to him. I doubt you could make it up to the bluff in time. I don't know who you are, or why you seem so determined to help me, but thank you.
Do you want to go for the rheumatism or saving this guy? Alright, well. Excuse me, Lucretia.
May Apollo keep you safe.
Same to you.
Isn't the great temple majestic?
Sure. Yeah. I'll be in a minute. Oh, can I? Where? Oh. What, am I too heavy? So what do I do about that? Is there a jump button? Spacebar, but what is jump on the controller? B. Oh, for some reason it wasn't working earlier. I don't think I can get around that. Damn it.
Hey, you're not thinking about going into the cistern, are you?
Which one?
Contrary little cap at murder, aren't you?
Why shouldn't I go down there?
Nobody's told you about Hannibal? Ugh, why do I have to do everything round here? So, there was this guy called Hannibal, right? Funny accent. Used to go down into the cisterns looking for junk he could clean up and sell. One day, a few weeks back, he comes out and tells me the cisterns are haunted. Said he could hear spirits wailing. Of course, nobody believed him, because who trusts a Carthaginian, right?
Jesus.
Anyway, a few days later, he goes back in. And hours go by, and he hasn't come back out, yeah? So I go down after him, and it's dark. But in the distance, I can just make out his body, sprawled out on the ground. And hunched over him was something that made my blood run cold. No word of a lie. I saw a creature. Like the corpse of a man who'd been flayed. And it was eating Hannibal.
Gross. Which one?
If it was a man, maybe. But I swear on my life this was no man. More like a Strix. Or some Versipalus that feeds on human flesh. I didn't stick around to see which.
What did you do?
What any sane person would have done. I legged it out of there and put a sign at the door to warn the others.
Which one?
Without a weapon? Well, it's your funeral.
Alright, stranger. Look, see, it's gotta load the cistern. It's taking a sweet time. Oh, fuck.
Kill me.
I don't have a weapon. I don't know what you are. It just... Yeah. Gross. How the fuck did that happen? No, we'll have to go down there later. Whenever we get a bow, I guess. This is the one we went in already. I don't know how to get up there. Maybe this way?
Ave.
Ave. Okay, there's a bridge up there. Excuse me, don't mind me. How would I get there? I don't want to die. No, I don't want to die. Oh, well. Ooh! Owie! Ouch, my bone. My leg! My leg. Okay.
Citizen.
Okay. Asshole. Thank you. I don't know. I'm trying to figure out how to get up there to get over there, you know? Because that, like, I can't go up the vines, so there's got to be a way to get there. Yeah. Damn. Let me up. Hmm. Maybe. Oh, fuck. See if I can canoodle my way back to safe ground without dying. Maybe. I'm trying. Okay. I'll learn how to walk on vines or something. Thank you. I appreciate who's he?
Salve, friend. I'm Octavia. Welcome to life under the Golden Rule. It's a ghastly thing, is it not? How are you faring so far?
Which one?
All right, well, it was lovely to meet you. I look forward to getting to know you better over the coming months. And if you ever...
I can't believe this is how it ends.
No, come back. No, no,
Oh, no.
stop.
No. No. Orpheus, what are you doing? Get back from there. If you lose your balance, you'll fall.
That's the idea.
What? Why? Why would you want that?
Why do you think I'm stuck for the rest of my life working for a man who treats me like an animal?
I know things are hard for you right now. They're hard for all of us. We're all in this together, Ulpius. Please just think this through. If you do this, it could be the sin that seals all of our fates. Is that what you want?
I'm sorry, but I just don't care anymore.
Please, Ulpius. Help him. If he goes through with it, it could be the end for us all. I don't know what to do. I've never had to deal with this sort of thing. Please, you need to talk to him. Thank you. And please, choose your words carefully.
Let me guess. You're going to lecture me on how suicide is a crime against the Empire.
Which one?
You're not going to trick me. I'm no coward. I intend to go through with it. Like what? I'm stuck slaving away for that culus cumulatis for the rest of my life. What do I have to live for? You're just saying that to buy time. You must think I'm an idiot.
No.
I'm out.
No.
Wherever you are, Scintilla, my love. I'm sorry.
Ulpius, no!
Okay, well now we get another option for next time.
I can't believe he went through with it. Oh Lord. That poor lamb. Well, I suppose it means suicide isn't a sin under the Golden Rule. So I guess that means whichever god is responsible for it, it isn't mine.
What do you say?
That was not your fault. There's no way you could have given him what he wanted, moments after you arrived. I'll have to let everyone know what happened. And I guess Malleolus will have to clean up the mess in his villa. It's of his own making, after all. And I'd best pray for poor Ulpius.
Damn. Well, we know how to save him, I guess, on the next go-around? I guess we could try to get into the palace to figure out the, before the next go-around. To figure out the rheumatoid thing. Damn. Whoever he is. Is this the palace? Seek a bow. Okay. Oh god. I'm locking myself in. Don't try to follow me. No good will come of it. Navia. And there's now banging on the door. Excuse me. Flesh. Ooh. Arrows. Ah. I guess don't walk through the fire. The assassin's bow. What? I must seek the assassin's bow, whoever the assassin is and wherever the bow is.
Isn't the great temple majestic? A new face. Ave, and may Vesta watch over you. I'm Equitia. To what do I owe the pleasure of this visit? Oh my. I take it people are quite direct where you're from. I suppose it's quite charming in its own way. Usually, however, you wouldn't simply march up to a Vestal priestess and without due formality or courtesy ask, "What is your story?"
I suppose not. Sorry. Huh.
The proper approach would be to arrange an introduction through a mutual acquaintance in high office, by which time you would already know how to address me. And then you would find a way to satisfy your curiosity rather more indirectly. But to be honest, I've often thought what an unnecessarily formal way to communicate that is. So, let's do it your way. You just keep being yourself and ask whatever you like. It'll be a refreshing change.
Damn.
You know, I'm not entirely sure. But what about you? How did you end up here? Karen, you say? And nothing about that name seemed odd to you?
What do you want? What do you think?
Older. I see. I wonder if... No.
What are you gonna say?
I apologize. I don't mean to be cryptic. It's just that you've got me thinking. Have you spoken with any of the others about how they arrived here too? I really think you should. Go around and ask them what they remember and see if you notice any patterns. I know. I just don't want to see what happened to Livia happen to you, too.
What happened to Livia?
Up until a few weeks ago, she was a perfectly productive member of our little community, darning clothes and cutting hair. She was always so chatty, always seeking out newcomers and asking them where they were from and how they wound up here. And then, about a month ago, she suddenly changed. She withdrew, stopped working and became despondent, started muttering to herself. Galerius and I visited her to see how we could help. But she just looked at us with this haunted stare, called us bloodless shadows, and told us we were ignorant of some pattern.
Really?
Look, it could be unrelated. Perhaps she simply fell ill. Or, as Galerius suggested, the weight of the Golden Rule was too much for her. But there is a small chance. that she learned something, saw a pattern nobody else saw, and that it broke her. I just don't want to see that happen to you. So be careful, will you?
Alright.
Thank you. Now, go and follow the thread of truth through this labyrinth, and come back to me if you discover any patterns. It must be completed by dusk, just the same as any other official business. It'll be between Sentius, the incumbent, and Malleolus, the challenger. Why do you ask?
Which one?
All of the male citizens who are willing and able to attend, unless they're running, of course. Well, you're not a citizen yet, so no,
You can't
I'm
be a
afraid
citizen.
not. But if it's any consolation, there are other ways to influence the outcome of an election.
Such as?
By using whatever gifts the gods gave you. Nothing untoward, of course. I'm responsible for announcing it and making sure the procedures are followed. You can, assuming they're eligible and willing to accept the nomination. Certainly. I don't, I'm afraid. It seems to me we're exiled here until the gods judge us, one way or another.
What do you think about the Golden
I'm
Rule?
quite sure it's the work of the gods, which is strange because they've never been particularly concerned with our misdeeds, as long as we've kept the peace of the gods. We ask for blessings, for good health, bountiful harvest, military victory, and in return, we offer praise, wine, incense, or animals. But here, it seems they require much more of us. I find myself reminded of an especially pertinent tale from our great poet Ovid in his epic Metamorphoses. Would you like to hear it? It is rather long.
Why not?
Wonderful. It goes like this. Baucis and Philemon
Abort the
were an
bit.
old married couple living a humble life in a small town. One night,
The minor
town
called the
gets
major
a
lift.
visit from a couple of vagrants. They go from door to door, asking for a place to stay the night. Of course, being vagrants, they're turned away sharply from house after house, 1,000 in all, until finally they come to the little cottage where Baucis and Philemon lived. Now, the kind old couple had very little to offer, but nevertheless, they invite these strangers into their house and offer them food, wine, and a place to stay. Immediately, the guests make themselves at home. They begin gulping down the old couple's wine, so much so that Baucis, the old lady, begins to worry they're going to run out. And then she notices something strange. Her wine pitcher keeps refilling itself, as if by magic. Realizing only a select few possess such powers, says to her husband, Philemon, "I think these men are gods in disguise." Immediately the couple begins apologizing for offering such coarse wine, and the vagrants metamorphosize and reveal themselves to be Jupiter, the king of the gods, and Mercury, the trickster god. They confide they didn't mind the meager offerings. They were just pleased that someone in the town offered them hospitality. Then Jupiter says to them, "You have passed our test, but everyone else in this city failed, so we are going to destroy this place and everyone in it, except you, who we will grant a wish." So old Baucis and Philemon escape up into the mountains safely, and they receive their wish, which is for eternity together. Meanwhile, Jupiter carries through with his threat and wipes that city off the map.
Damn.
Some say the moral of that story is that we must all honor the sacred rituals of guest friendship, the reciprocal obligations owed between hosts and guests. But I like to think it's that we should always show compassion for those less fortunate than ourselves.
I do like that interpretation better.
I'm pleased to hear it. And did you notice anything? A pattern?
Yeah, what do you mean nothing really?
Well then.
Come on, I picked up on
Asking
stuff.
people how they wound up here. I don't want us to rush to any conclusions.
Yeah, we've
yet.
only asked like 3.
Livia's fate weighs heavily on my mind, and dictates we should be sure. Yes, you should ask the others first.
Okay, I'll make sure to ask everybody. Alright, I'll be going now.
Come back to me once you've acquainted yourself with the rest of our neighbors.
Sure. I got all the time in the many worlds. Alright. Let's see about that rheumatoid, whatever. We gotta find a bow to get in. What's his name also wants a bow. Running, yeah. But none of them, like, multiple of them had them, but none of them now have them. I guess they maybe pull them out when the golden rule goes off. You okay in here? Yeah. Yeah. Hello, who are you? Minecraft Steve!
A new face. Salve, and welcome to a little community. My name's impossible to pronounce for most people, so you can just call me Virgil. I hear we have you to thank for saving Julia's life. I'm glad you arrived when you did.
What do you wanna...
Well, I'm an architect. Or at least I was back in Rome. That's probably too grandiose a term to describe what I do here. Help out with repairs and try to stop old buildings from collapsing on people, that kind of thing. But you probably don't want to hear about the ingenious architecture or mysterious history of this place. Oh, I'm glad you asked. Some of these shrines were constructed hundreds of years ago, which means Romans have been arriving here for at least that long. But there's one thing that puzzles me. The oldest shrine in this avenue isn't Roman at all. It's Greek.
Which one?
I'm not sure. It could mean that the Romans, who first started building here, were just copying Greek architecture, which they do all the time. Or it could mean that there were Greeks living and worshipping here before the Romans arrived. Which begs the interesting question, who really built this place? And could it be far older than any of us imagine? If only there was a way we could talk to the people who came here before us. The stories they could tell. Gladly. Personally, my favorite thing about this place is the aqueducts. Those series of adjoining arches. They're an ingenious feat of Roman engineering with a very practical purpose. They take fresh water coming from outside the city and distribute it all across the chasm. It's funneled below the palace and into a cistern beneath the great temple. Some of it flows down into another cistern beneath the villas, and the rest is funneled to the shrine of Proserpina, where it fills the lake, and allows us to fish and farm.
What do you think?
Hey, not so loud. Just talking about that could anger the gods for all we know. I'm not saying it's impossible, but you'd have to find a way inside somehow. Just, please, try to be a bit more discreet about it.
Ooh. What about the temple up on the bluff?
You mean the Great Temple? This one's a bit of a mystery. Given the way it's positioned so prominently, looking down on us, it's clear that whoever built it felt it was the most important temple in the city. Unfortunately, someone else went out of their way to keep its purpose a mystery. You see, usually a temple is dedicated to a particular god, like Proserpina or Diana or Apollo. Usually, that god is obvious. But in this case, it's unknown. There's an obelisk out the front, which probably used to bear the name of this unknown god. But it appears some barbarian defaced it. And of course we can't get inside because it's locked up tighter than the Temple of Saturn in Rome. And that contains the treasury. So we're all left wondering, which god is that temple dedicated to? And could it be the one responsible for the Golden Rule? Unless somebody figures out a way inside, I suppose we'll never know.
Alright, well, let's talk about something else. Do you know a way out of here? Or which one do you want to go?
Some people say it's divine, the work of a god, but I'm not so sure. It just seems so flawed to me. Like it's distinctly human. I mean, once you've been here long enough, you'll notice people doing things that just seem so wrong to you. But this so-called god doesn't seem to care, which means one of two things. Either you don't know the difference between right and wrong, or this unknown god doesn't. And I'm pretty sure I know the difference. Do you? Good. Then I hope you'll agree that there are only two ways of dealing with unfair rulers. The first is to leave. The second is to remove the ruler from power. And it seems leaving may not be an option. Good question. It's best if I say no more, but I hope you'll give it some thought.
What are you gonna do?
You wouldn't believe how often the new ones ask that question. But I'd tell you the same thing I tell everyone else. There are much worse places to live out your days. You might have a few sleepless nights thinking about the Golden Rule. But once you get used to the fear, knowing that a single slip-up could cost you everything, it's not too bad. Nothing new to me, anyway. Oh, I just mean I grew up in the Batavi tribe, far to the north in Novio Magus, and learned to expect a bit of hostility. They weren't nearly as tolerant as the Romans.
I understood graffiti. What does it mean?
Oh, it means someone thinks I'm a sinner, and that I'm going to break the Golden Rule.
Why does someone think that?
Look, I haven't done anything wrong, if that's what you're thinking. Somebody just has a problem with my preference for male company.
You like men?
Hey, nothing gets by you, huh? Sorry, that was mean. Yes, I like men. And when you grow up in the north, as I did, in the city of Novio Magus, you expect a bit of hostility. The Batavi are not known for their tolerance. I saw enough friends killed or driven away to know the cost of not keeping your personal affairs to yourself. So I hid who I was for, what was it, nearly 10 years? Watching what I said and where I looked. But that kind of fear eats away at you slowly, until living isn't any better than the thing you were afraid of. Needless to say, since I'm now living underground, halfway across the known world, with an assumed name, my openness didn't go down well among the enlightened folk of the Batavi. Nice of you to say, but not necessary. In any case, the Romans are far more accepting, and among them, I get to be who I am. Or at least, I thought that was the case. It seems I was wrong.
You know who's writing the graffiti?
It's not just graffiti. I have quite a collection of handwritten notes too.
Jesus.
The strange thing is, I keep my personal affairs to myself. I've never really been interested in any of the men here. Not my type. So I'm not sure what I could have done to upset this person. If I had to guess, I'd say it's probably one of those cultists.
Cultists?
Strange bunch. They insist there's only one God, and that he considers my nature a sin. Can you believe that? If there are any of them here, they won't admit it. Not since they supposedly burnt down half of Rome last year and went into hiding. All I know is if these threats keep escalating, eventually my secret admirer is going to cross a line and break the golden rule.
I'm looking into it for you.
Really? I didn't expect that. But thanks. It's always a pleasure to meet someone so selfless.
Sure.
I'm glad you arrived when you did. I'd start by figuring out who the cultists are. Or maybe ask around among the merchants here. Someone who lives or works in the forum must have seen something. But if you find them, please don't hurt or humiliate them. I suspect they're just confused.
I'll see what I can do. Oh, whoops. I guess who are you gonna vote for?
Well, Malleolus is talking about loosening some of the restrictions in this place. And while it's all a bit vague, at least he has a vision. My vote isn't for sale, if that's what you're asking.
Okay. I'll be going now.
Nice to talk to you.
Sinner. Damn. So, that reminds me, that lady, the Olivia lady or whatever up at the top that tried to stop what's-his-name from jumping off.
Ave.
Ave. Equitia? Yeah, Octavia. She said, at least it wasn't my god who made the rules. So maybe she's a Christian. Oh, God. Why are you angry?
Name's Rufius. Better watch your step. Can't talk long. Got to stay sharp, but... family's from Seleucia on Tigris. Babylon province. But I've been roaming a long time now. Even joined the legions. The 6th. The one they call Ironclads.
Okay.
Same way as everyone else.
Okay.
Because we're all in grave danger. Is it not obvious?
Okay.
Magistrate made me toss it in the chasm. Stupid. Going to have to improvise now.
Okay.
If you were dealing with what I am, you wouldn't be either.
Are you suffering from rheumatism?
Nobody is supposed to know about that. Did Lucretia tell you?
I figured it out on my own.
Look, I haven't been at my best lately. All my joints ache constantly, and the pain. It has a way of messing with your head. I get stirred up by things that shouldn't bother me, and then there's the statues, and my doubts about my faith. And I just want to scream. You want to help me? Do what Lucretia hasn't been able to do. And find me something to make the pain go away. Until then, get out of my face.
Well, angry man with rheumatitis. Let's see, what do we have? As far as goals go, we have straight as an arrow, which is obtain a bow. I hear Navio locked herself inside the palace. It said grab the bow. Figure out a treatment for rheumatism, which if we can get in to talk to her in the palace, we know who has rheumatism. Find out how to stop Ulpius from killing himself. So next go around we'll ask her that. And then figure out how to get into the upper cistern. Okay, so we've got a couple of goals. Before the next come around, I have to go to the bathroom. And we've been going for about an hour, almost 2 hours now. So we're going to take a quick break. And then we'll be back to figuring out more stuff. So, make sure you have a water, a drink, get ready for some stretches, and go to the bathroom if you gotta. We will be right back. We are back in the Just Chatting screen. Hello, everyone. I hope you have done your stretches and had a good time with them. Make sure your neck is all loosey-goosey. Also, I saved this specifically for when I got back on stream. 3, 2, 1. Open it up, one. A cold one. Open it up, a boy with the cold ones. Alright.
Is that what the peeled statue is?
Mm-hmm. Field statue is a boy. Is he the boy or the cold ones? Because the statues are cold. I'm assuming because gold is.
He is both.
He's both.
He's both the cold one and the boy.
Opening up the boy with himself. Opening up the cold boy with himself. All right. You ready to jump back in?
Yeah.
Let's do this. Alright, resume game. I feel like we can just look around trying to find where the bow is until the next cycle round, because we can't save Ulysses or whatever until the next go around. The priestess, what about her? I've already talked to her. I do not know what she knows. What does this say? Don't steal anything, don't hurt anyone, don't. Whoever wrote this didn't get a chance to finish, evidently. Damn. Oh. Why are you stopping people from going in here? There's a chest in there. Huh. Can't go in there. Some crops and stuff with the lake. Very pretty lake. She looks so done. It's like, ugh. Death? Ugh. Oh, oops, I paused. I meant to put down my flashlight.
Cerberus lifts his triple head.
What?
And lets out his threefold braying.
Okay.
Livia, would you stop muttering like Medea over a cauldron? You'll scare away my customers.
They follow their trades, imitating their previous lives, but they are ignorant.
This again. You're in a world of your own, aren't you?
Just as the ocean accepts the rivers of all the world, so this place accepts all the souls. But it does not notice the crowds that come.
Meaning?
The bloodless shadows wander without flesh or bone. Some crowd the Forum, some the house of the ruler of the depths. Others follow their trades, imitating their previous lives.
Okay. I'm sorry, I have no idea what that means.
They never do.
What do you mean they? Are you talking about all of us? Or you just pick...
The bloodless shadows. This is their punishment.
Do you need help?
Help me? You cannot help me. I have seen things. A pattern, a terrible pattern. It is better for you if you remain ignorant. Pandora's box must stay closed. I'll say no more.
You know way out of here?
There is only a downward path, gloomy with fatal yew trees. It leads through dumb silence to the infernal regions.
I see. Can you tell me about the pattern you saw?
You think you wish to know, but you do not.
I do.
It is better for you if you remain ignorant. Pandora's box must stay closed.
Sure.
I'll say no more.
Alright, I'll be going now.
The newly arrived are ignorant of the road before them.
Okay. Angry. Who is the Galerius's? He's got 7 denarius, a poem, a love poem to an unspecified woman. My life has been torturous as the 7 labors of Hercules, orphaned, defeated, and enslaved. Yet I would suffer it all again gladly, because each loss, wound, and tragedy brought me to you. Radiant as Rome's sacred flame, your bright warmth nourishes my soul. I know I can never touch you, any more than to hold Vesta's flame, but to watch and love you from afar, bathing in your glow is enough. Aww. Galerius is the first guy, the bald guy we met. The very kind guy. Looks like he's been hard at work on his prototype zipline. I wonder who he's in love with. Oh shoot, what? An ancient Roman cavalry helmet, which is including close face mask and a plume made of dyed horsehair. Oh, Horatius, this is the guy that type of ancient Roman shield known as a scutum. A scutum. I do like the shape of that shield. I like the shape of these shields, but they are very heavy. I've held this kind of shield before. Fermented fish sauce used as a condiment. Whoever lives here must love this stuff. Basically, early ketchup. Archaeologist's insight. The many shall suffer for the sins of the one. Alright, alright. Tavern keg. A large wooden beer keg with inbuilt cup holders. That's fun. That's a fun way to do a table. That's definitely a fun way to do a table. If I were into alcohol, which I'm not, I would make one of these. Honestly, this would be a fun, like, table kind of thing, you know? And that's just fun. No, but you can get them. They do exist, and people still do age stuff in wooden barrels for the aesthetic of it. Yeah. Aesthetic and flavor. Tastes of wood. Training dummy. Looks like dummies have been used. What? T-pose. Theophilus had an orgy with 4 girls here and disappointed all of them equally. Who's Theophilus? Disappointed all 4 of them equally. Who's Domidius? I don't know if we've met Domidius. A dice tower? An early form of D&D dice towering. Will she now? Hello. Please stop looking at me. You stop that. You stop that. Both of you. Assholes. Don't stare at me like that. Oh, just free 154. It doesn't say steal. And a bottle of wine. Possibly the last bottle of wine in the city? And now I have a bottle of wine. And I have a total of 13 arrows, I believe. Oh, pretty. God, this entire area, like, this game, I have it on low graphics, too, like... Like, unfortunately, oh, who are you? Yeah, Galerius, I read your note. Where are you going? Yeah, they do.
I saw you use the device I made, and it worked. Anyway, I'm sorry to ask, but is there any chance you'd be willing to do me a favor?
What do you need?
Well, I've been trying to get this rare flower from the rock spire in the middle of the lake. It's too steep to climb, so I hung a rope over the lake and made this pulley device, only I, couldn't quite summon the nerve to use it. Do you think you could use the device again and try to get that flower for me?
Sure, why not?
Oh, thank you. It would help me a lot. There's no rush, just whenever you get a chance.
I think we have enough time before the next cycle to do this.
All right. See you around.
I read your note. Okay, we have to get back up there. Which would be around this way. Whee! Alright. So do I have to, like, fall off of it, you think? Because that's the flower right there. Oh, fuck, ah! Yeah, I'm gonna have to jump off, like, pretty early on in the rope swing. Because I, like, completely cleared the lake on that go-around. Oh, I did it! Nice! Galerius! Where you at, buddy? We read your note. We know you got a crush. Oh, Galerius. Oh, Lucretia? Maybe. Maybe.
Ah, it's you again. Hope you're settling in, friend. Now, what's on your mind?
That flower you wanted.
Brilliant! You did it! Well done! This is going to make her so happy. Equitia, I mean. Now I just have to figure out how to give it to her.
Equitia?
What I really want to do is walk up to her, give her the flower, and confess I've been madly in love with her since the moment we met. But on the other hand, I can't shake the feeling that the consequences could be terrible.
Why?
You mean, aside from her execution? You see, Equitia is a Vestal priestess, meaning she's taken a vow of chastity, the breaking of which would be an extremely serious affront to the gods.
Loving someone
and a capital
doesn't.
offense. Even if she was just suspected of being unchaste, it could lead to her execution. Unchaste Vestals get buried alive. Oh, and I'd get flogged to death for good measure. But at the same time, she's just so kind and graceful, and I feel so much love for her that if I don't tell her, it'll burn a hole in my chest.
Okay, well...
I don't know what to do. What do you think? What would you do?
Well, okay, so loving someone isn't... Well, sure, but he doesn't have... Confessing your love doesn't mean you have to have a relationship, you know? Well, sure, but I think it's healthy for him to let it out and let her know. I don't think... I think that giving her the flower and telling her would be sweet, and that doesn't mean that she would get executed necessarily. I personally, I don't know, obviously. It could, we would learn. But I do think, like, it's unequivocally a good thing, even if, like, they don't follow through with it. I think it's good to let that out, kind of thing, you know? And I feel bad for this guy, so we're gonna try and give him a win.
Now that I hear you say that out loud, I hear how crazy it is. I think maybe I need to be a bit more cautious. What I need is a go-between. Someone who can tell her how I feel and find out how she feels without risking her life. What do you say? Do you think you could help me one more time?
Alright.
Wonderful! Now, all I need you to do is give her the flower and tell her it's from a secret admirer. Tell her I'll keep my distance and that I just want her to know that she's loved.
That's sweet, I'll do it.
Thank you. Come back as quick as you can and tell me what she says.
Sure. Where is she, is the question. Oh, thank you. Statue. Hello. Oh, what?
Alve.
Hello? My name's Dooley. I live here now because I got in trouble and they said they had to lock me up.
What did you do?
I don't know. I don't remember things so good. I think it's just because I was looking for treasure.
Did somebody think you were going to steal?
Yes. But I wasn't. I was just looking. They said I did it. More than once. But I can't remember things so good. Then they called me mean names. They called me a liar, Billy.
A liability?
Yes. They said I have to live here now, and gave me this letter. But I'm not good with words. Do you think you could read it for me?
Magistrate Sentius Dulius, I'm writing to you in relation to your incorrigible antisocial behavior arising from your obsession with alleged lost treasure. While I am sympathetic to your plight and the passing of your guardian Hannibal some weeks ago, I wish to impress upon you an important message. The treasure you seek does not exist. Given your memory limitations, it seems likely you simply misremembered. More importantly, since you have on several occasions been caught trespassing, including around the cisterns, which are strictly off limits to all citizens, I have reluctantly come to the conclusion that you are a liability to this community and must have your freedom limited lest you break the golden rule. It is my hope that this letter will assist you to remember why you are incarcerated should you experience further lapses in memory.
What does it say?
It says they caught you trespassing several times and that they locked you up to stop you breaking the golden rule.
My treasure.
What treasure?
My friend Hannibal used to look after me. He said he always would. But then, he died. It was very sad.
Yeah?
He said, if anything ever happened to him, I had to find something very precious hidden away. He gave me this key and made me promise to keep it safe until I found the treasure. But I couldn't find it. All I remember is he said something about the cisterns, but when I went up to the high one, they put me in here. Now nobody looks after me, except my friend Galerius. And Ek, the priestess lady. She's a nice lady. Hannibal said I shouldn't give it to anyone I didn't trust. But maybe you could help me get out of here. Then I would trust you a lot.
We talk to the magistrate about getting you out of here.
Galerius already tried that. He said the magistrate wouldn't listen, no matter what.
Yeah. Because that's weird, because if you think about the golden rule in the do unto others as you would have done unto yourself, I would absolutely want somebody to break me out. Quick save. F5? Hello? It's not letting me quick save in the middle of a conversation.
What about the rules? I don't want everyone to get in trouble because I was bad.
Maybe it's time we had a new magistrate.
Like Galerius. He's nice. I like Galerius. He made me a doll and everything.
Ah.
If you help make him magistrate, he can get me out of here, and I can give you the key to my treasure. Hannibal said it was in the cisterns. I can't remember what it was, just that it was way up high and very precious.
I'll see what I can do. Do you know way out of here?
You're going to let me out of here? Really? Galerius already tried that.
Okay.
He said the magistrate wouldn't listen, no matter what.
Okay, well I already...
Galerius?
Mm-hmm.
He's nice. I like Galerius. He made me a doll and everything.
Yep.
If you help make him magistrate, he can get me out of here, and I can give you the key to my treasure. Hannibal said it was in the cisterns. I can't remember what it was, just that it was way up high and very precious.
Yep. I'll get right on it.
Bye-bye.
Okay. Ah, shit, where'd she go? I did not do it, Dooley. I believe you, Dooley. Where did she go? What are my... The Secret Admirer is the one I was doing. Where is she? She's not showing up on the map. Okay, there we go. I can. Hello again.
Ave again. Did you find what you need? Oh, how lovely. It just happens to be my favorite, too. Who do I have to thank for this?
I'm supposed to tell you it's from your secret admirer, and then they'll keep their distance. They just want you to know you're loved.
I see. So, it's from Galerius, then?
No, you know already?
Of course I do. I think everyone in the city knows. That man is a wonderful human being, and my favorite person in the world. But he is the least subtle secret admirer you could imagine. The way he looks at me with those puppy dog eyes. Plus, he's been trying for weeks to get his hands on this flower. He went to so much effort, too. Suspending that rope above the lake, inventing that pulley device all on his own. He'd just stand there each morning, looking at the flower, trying to summon the courage to seize it. Oh, my heart.
So what should I tell him?
Tell that adorable oaf that my Vestal's vow of chastity ends once I turn 36. So if we ever make it out of here, and he doesn't mind waiting a few years, then tell him I love him too.
Aww. I'm sure he'll be happy to hear that. Alright, I'll be going now.
Come back to me once you've acquainted yourself with the rest of our neighbors.
Sure thing. Hang on, I gotta go talk to Galerius real quick. Where is he at? I think he may be around this way. Yeah. Excuse me. This way. Oh, Galerius. Wait, where are you? Galerius. Galerius. Oh, fuck. I think I may... Oh, wow. Oh, that's a back way.
Fire's not
Looking
for
a bit
sale.
troubled there.
Still no sign of Scintilla.
Not bad.
And I haven't slept
Not
right
at
in
all.
3 weeks.
Don't be too hard on yourself. From what I hear, nobody saw it coming. Anyway, I thought you Stoics weren't supposed to worry about things you can't control.
Yeah, but I keep thinking, what if there is something I can do? What if she's out there somewhere suffering, waiting to be found?
Sounds like you're torturing yourself. Leave that for the gods. Try to relax, get some rest. Tomorrow's a new day.
I suppose you're right.
Ah, it's you again. Hope you're settling in, friend.
Look at me when I talk to you.
What's on your mind? Thanks. What did she say? Venus, that is the best news I've ever heard in my life. Oh, thank you. Thank you so much. You have no idea how happy you've made me. I wish there was something I could do to thank you properly, but I don't have much to offer you. All I can do is tell you where there's a secret stash of coins you might be interested in.
I'm listening.
In the rock tunnel near the stairs, there's a little doorway set into the rock. Inside, if you look carefully, you can see a chest. Unfortunately, one of those golden huntress statues is blocking the path, and I'm not game to move it. If you can figure out how to get past it, I reckon there might be a small fortune waiting for you. I hope that helps in some way.
Absolutely. I do have to ask what your story is.
Well, it's a long one and kind of sad, but I don't mind telling it.
Sure. That time.
I'm a farmer. Always have been. I grew up in a small village in Britannia, Camulodunum, with my parents and 2 little sisters. Lovely part of the world. One day, when I was about 20, my father and I were in the top paddock, loading our cart, when some Roman legionaries came along, demanding produce for their men. My father told me to run into the house for his axe, and so I did. I sprinted so fast I almost threw up, but by the time I got back, he was bleeding out on the ground, and our cart was empty. That was my first encounter with the legions.
Damn.
My mother died of a broken heart soon after. and things went downhill from there. I took over the farmstead, but I was young, and it was a struggle. More raiding started before too long. We'd come outside in the morning to find animals missing, our stores pillaged. These Legion thugs just took whatever
You're
they
talking
wanted.
right in front of a legionary.
One night, when my sisters and I had nothing left to steal, there was a knock at the door. I knew who they were, and what they wanted. I got my father's old axe, pulled the door open real quick, and before that soldier knew it, split his face right down the middle.
Damn, dude.
But there were more of them. I never saw how many, because the next thing I knew, I was waking up with a mouth full of dirt and lungs full of smoke. My home was reduced to ash. My sisters, dead. And they left me alive to see what they'd done.
Jesus.
Still burns whenever I think about it.
I bet.
Yeah, well, I wasn't the only one this happened to. It wasn't long before Boudica led thousands of Britons in a rebellion against the Romans. Unfortunately, there were just too many of them. And those of us who survived, they enslaved. So, then I found myself being transported all the way to Rome to be sold to the highest bidder. I spent a few years working for my new master, learning the Romans' ways, Romanized my name and everything. Tried to escape a couple of times, but they always found me, and I'd just end up right back where I was. I'd probably still be there too, if it wasn't for the stampedes breaking out. You see, about 7 months ago, an enormous fire broke out in Rome. Everybody was running down toward the river, screaming and shouting. I'd never seen anything like it. Human beings acting like cattle. I got swept up with them somehow, and the rest is a blur.
Damn.
The next thing I knew, some stranger was dragging me out of a river. Stumbled across this place, and I started my life over again. That's what I thought too, for a while. But it seems the gods aren't done tormenting me yet. See, I finally had my own farm again, safe from the grasping hands of the Romans. Or so I thought. Until Sentius the Decurion demanded I hand over all my produce. It's for the good of us all, he says. Only he takes the best bits for himself, of course. He even told me if I refuse his demands, I'll break the golden rule. I'm not sure I believe him, but then, what if he's right? So, it turns out our dear old magistrate is no better than the Legion thugs who took everything from me. I'm right back where I began. But don't you worry, Nemesis is waiting, and he'll get his, one day. He'll get his. Forget I said that last part, will you? I get carried away sometimes.
Sure, fly. Sure.
Thanks, friend. I knew I liked you. Anyway, that's enough of me rambling. Was there something else you wanted to talk about?
Magistrate? Yeah, Sentius the Magistrate? Yeah, fuck him. Get him right on out of here. Alright, what next?
Well, as much as I'd love to get out of here, the harvest's always more fruitful in another man's field, isn't it? But Scintilla, Sentius's daughter, went missing a few weeks back. Could be she found a way out. If anyone knows for sure, it'll be her sister, Sentia, but she'd never tell the likes of me. I've bounced the idea around once or twice, mainly as a way of getting Dooley set free. God knows Sentius is never going to do it. But from what I hear, Malleolus has the election stitched up. Nobody's going to take him on and win. And maybe that's not such a bad thing. I mean, he talks a lot about freedom, so I'm hoping if he's elected, he'll release Dooley from his cell. And that's good enough for me.
What do you think? Okay.
I suppose you're right. Oh, I don't give it much thought these days. I mean, everybody here's got their own view about what we need to do to survive. But I say, let's spend less time arguing about what it means to be good and just get on with it, you know?
Fair.
I can't see how I could vote for either candidate. I don't like Sentius much, but Malleolus is almost as bad. Even I could do a better job. Me, a farmer. And I've never given a speech or put on a toga in my life. All right, see you around.
We'll figure out how to convince him.
The 49 melodies fetch again with incessant labor the water they have lost.
Sure. Well, there were some more paths down there. I kind of want to go explore back in there. Is that cool?
Hilarious.
Horatius? Looking a bit troubled there.
Still no sign of Scintilla. I haven't slept
What's back here? Oh, free dinars. And another bottle, possibly the second to last bottle of wine. I now have 2 bottles of wine. Hello? The bloodless shadows wander without flesh or bone. Oh, that's what's her name probably wrote that. Livia, yeah. The place is called the Cursed. Here, Titios offers up his innards to be torn. Stretched out over 9 fields, you, Cantillus, cannot catch the drops of water, and the tree you grasp at eludes you. You, Sisyphus, attack or pursue the stone that always returns. Ixion turns and follows after himself and flees, and the 49 Belides, who dared to plot the destruction of their cousins, their husbands, fetch again, with incessant labor, the waters they have lost. Oh, I guess this is Lydia's abode. It looks like it's a boat, yeah, because there's waves, a boat, and then somebody standing on it, pointing. And then some face of a person laying down with a wreath on their head. Interesting. So I guess this is where Lydia is staying, kind of back in the tunnels a little bit. Who's in here? Oh, this is the old chest I searched for the... Right. And it sort of dead ends at, well, I guess not dead ends. Oh yeah, it does dead end here, but it doesn't dead end the other direction. So we'll go that way in a second. Y'all okay in here? No, I think that's arrows. Can I grab them? Citizens, it's time! Oh. Let us meet our electoral oh, can I crouch? Yes, I can. Aww. Well, once I learn how to climb the vines, we'll know another path. No, I'm coming. What? Oh! Ow.
You, Catalyst cannot catch the drops of...
Alright, time for voting. Oh, another bald guy. I haven't met him yet. Alright, well, we're in the middle of an old scroll in which the author makes a case against the existence of the Golden Rule. The Myth of Golden Rule by Dorotus the Younger. As per our custom, I shall begin by passing my respects to the god responsible for this city, for our continued prosperity and tranquil seclusion. He deserves our admiration, but here I must depart from custom, for his attempt at imposing strict rule upon us is oppressive and overreaching and deserving of our contempt. Oh, I just took that. Alright.
Citizens, we have a quorate body of voters gathered here to elect the city's magistrate. The candidates are Sextus Sentius Imperiosus and Marcus Malleolus Gurges. As agreed, we shall dispense with ballots and candidates will abstain from voting. Let's make this quick. As I say your name, call your vote. I'll start with you, Horatius.
Sentius, of course.
Georgius.
Malleolus.
Dacius.
Malleolus.
Galerius.
I abstain. I'm just here to observe.
Virgil.
Malleolus.
Rufius.
Malleolus.
And finally, Domitius.
Malleolus. Who else?
Citizens, you have made your decision. Your new magistrate is Marcus Malleolus Gurges.
Hail, Magistrate Malleolus. I said, hail, Magistrate Malleolus. That's more like it.
Thank you. Thank you. I am delighted and deeply honored to have been elected your magistrate. And now, I make this solemn promise to you, good citizens.
Sure.
Under my leadership,
Mhm.
you will finally enjoy the freedom you deserve.
Okay.
No more shall you walk on eggshells, fearing simply to live and breathe, because the tyrant Sentius told you it was forbidden. For my first act as magistrate, I hereby announce a day of celebration to mark the end of an era. The myth of the Golden Rule is no more.
The Golden Rule is real, you idiot.
For his attempt to deceive us all, Sentius is hereby found guilty of treason against the Empire.
What? I have committed no crimes. This is madness.
His sentence: to fight for his life in gladiatorial combat against Domitius. Here and now for your entertainment.
You have no idea what you're doing. You're going to get us all
Well,
killed.
then you suspect Malleolus.
Priestess to pardon him. I will not allow you to do this.
You're showing your true colors now, priestess. Your corruption sickens me. Domitius, ignore her. Proceed.
This is insanity. You'll doom us all.
Lies! It is time the Golden Rule was exposed to what it is. A children's fable, exploited by a treacherous leader to instill fear in all of us.
This is why he's in his gladiator gear. They've been planning this all along.
Shut up, all of you. The magistrate has spoken. I'm gonna enjoy killing you, old man.
The many shall suffer for the sins of the one.
Yeah, see, that just popped out of nowhere. The bow did. Ow! Don't shoot me. Why, Sentius? Looks busy. Looks busy. Try talking to him later. It's funny to me. Yeah. I don't know. Alright, I just saved. I think this is where we're gonna have to call it, because it is 3 o'clock my time. So we will be back with this hopefully Wednesday. Are you off Wednesday? Fantastic. We'll be back Wednesday then, as per usual. And we'll continue this storyline. We'll learn about what's going on. This is fun. I'm having a lot of fun with it. Today I can finally raid, by the way. Let's find somebody to, I don't know yet, but let's hop back into the just chatting screen here. Let me go ahead and take off my golden skin. And I have to quit the game I just saved, so that my computer doesn't crash on me. It's gonna take just a second. Let's get the music back going here once it's done. Quit game. Yep, quit game. Thank you. And close out of Steam. And then now I can open up. Alright, let's find somebody to raid, shall we? No one I'm following is currently live. Do you have any potential suggestions?
Only one person that I follow is live.
And is that me?
Hadakuna _64.
Okay, let me look them up.
They're playing Silent Hill 2.
Okay. I gotta wait for the ad to end.
Oof. Not the ad.
I know. Alright, give me a few seconds, still waiting. That was it was a good stream. It was good fun. I am enjoying this game so far.
Me too. It's pretty cool. Like, the time loop mechanic is very interesting. It wasn't what I was expecting.
No? What were you expecting?
I don't know. You mentioned it was based on a Skyrim mod, so I was kind of expecting more Skyrim-y.
Well, originally it was a Skyrim mod. And then they decided to make it into a full game, change all the names, change all the people and stuff, and make it like their own full story. It was originally set in like the lore of Skyrim, but they made it the lore of real life instead, which is interesting.
That's really cool. I like how it works. Like, it's very how do I say this? It's very fluid the way it works.
Yeah. I'm really enjoying I will say, the controls are a little janky. It feels a little tanky, but that's fine. It's more about the story than the gameplay, so.
Yeah. Yeah.
And I do like the fact that we, let me just give me a second, sorry. I do like the fact that we chose the lore one, because we're a streamer. We don't need extra hit points or a gun. We gotta learn.
We will learn all the information.
Absolutely.
You cannot hide your lore from us.
Exactly. Alright, looks like they are currently away, but they'll be back in a jiff. So do you want to hang out until potentially they get back, or do you want to just raid while they're gone?
Let's just raid while they're gone.
Sounds good to me. Alright, let's see if I can get this raid going. Raid has been created. Yeah, 7 seconds until raid. Thank you to everybody for coming around and watching the stream. I hope you have a wonderful day, and I will see you all on Monday with more Dark Souls 3.
Bye-bye!
Goodbye!